Hey folks, welcome to the Flipside. I'm Sam.
I'm JT.
And this here is our top 5 games that we've kept for nostalgic reasons. And if you headed over here after you've watched the one over on the Dice Tower, our bottom 5, well, welcome to the Flipside. We thank you for being here. Give us a like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and we can let you know when we have more videos coming out for you. But, as we said over there, these are not necessarily games that we think are bad.
No.
And the only reason we keep them around is because of nostalgia. But kind of the main reason we keep them around is for nostalgia.
That's correct. Yeah, so I tried to keep off any games that were obviously games that I love and play all the time, that I've had for a long time.
Yeah.
Obviously those are nostalgic as well, but these are ones that nostalgia keeps them around more than the number of plays or whatever else. So.
Definitely more than the number of plays, that's for sure. Any of these, I think, well, I don't know. My top 5 are games that in certain situations, I would readily pull them out and put them on the table. Not necessarily so for the bottom 5. The bottom 5 are games that I'm like, that's too long. That's too long. Don't play people with that like that kind of game anymore. You know, it's that kind of stuff. But these here, I could see pulling them out a little bit more regularly.
My games kind of get older and older and older as they get towards the top of this list too.
They're
deeper and deeper in my heart.
I do have.
There's several of the other ones that I would still play. Readily, but.
Yep, understood. All right, well, let's go ahead and get to it. Our top 5 games that we've kept for nostalgic reasons. Let's hit it. As much as my heat-oppressed brain will allow me, I think this is the game that sparked the interest in Vincent Dutrait's artwork.
Oh boy.
For me. I think. I could be wrong. There might be one other one, but this one is definitely one that I remember looking at the artwork of the cards and the box art and going, wow, I really enjoy the way this game looks. It's called Rise of Augustus. I really enjoy Vincent Dutrait's artwork. And there have been other games that I'm like, you know what, I should really get rid of that game. Oh, it's Vincent Dutrait's artwork. Nope, not getting rid of it.
You've kept games because it has his artwork on it?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely have. Absolutely have. Because at some point in the near future, that's probably not true, in some point in the future, I'm going to put all of my Vincent Dutrait games into one place. Okay. So I'll have all that beauty in one. I'm so excited, and
I'm not even sure if I'd keep it if it was signed. I'm just kidding.
Wow. There is one game that I have picked.
Not true. I would keep it if it was signed.
Now, Rise of Augustus is basically just gamer bingo.
Yeah.
That's all it pretty much is. You pull your token out of the box, and that's what everybody gets to add to their little cards, and there's some area control in there, but you're really just trying to score points with finishing these different cards by filling them full of little red centurion figures.
You definitely could save some space.
Shut up. No way. No, but anyway, I had to put this one on my list because I'm pretty sure this is the beginning of my love of Vincent Dutrait's artwork. My number 5, Rise of Augustus.
Well done, Master Dutrait. Well done.
That's true.
All right, my number 5 is a sad one to see on this list, but it's very, very true, and I have actually talked about getting rid of it. I get rid of a lot of games. If I'm not playing, I really do get rid of games. There are several games, actually, that I've gotten rid of that I wish I could have back for nostalgic reasons, and that's true.
Yeah.
But this one is one that I don't think I can ever get rid of, nor do I think I ever want to play it again.
There's a lot of double negatives in there.
I know.
That's okay.
We'll see if they all.
We'll figure it out.
Anyways, I don't know that I'll ever want to play this one again. Like, bring it out, put it on the table. And this is Base Pandemic.
Oh, I thought about this.
After the umpteenth versions of Pandemic that I have and all the different things, it is really hard to go back to. I mean, after Pandemic Season 1, Mel and I tried to go back to Base Pandemic, and it was hard. By the time Pandemic Season 2 is, and Pandemic Season 0, and You know, The Fall of Rome is one of my favorites, and you know, all the different versions, Cthulhu, and now Lord of the Rings. Like, it is really hard to go back and want to play this one. Not that it's not a cool game, but I have played it hundreds of times, and it's the same game.
Yeah, that's the thing, though, right?
Yep.
That's the thing, is all these other versions, it's using the same system with slight variations here and there. And so
I just mean Pandemic itself is the same game, right? It's the same puzzle you've chased so many, or I've chased so many times in the past, chasing those little cubes around. So I don't know. I don't think I can ever get rid of the original version.
Yeah, I thought about it because I still have the original versions of all of that stuff. The base game, the first, and the 2 expansions. And they're all in one box. I still have those little petri dishes that they came with. I still have all of that, and it's like, and then I got the plastic, like different shaped virus pieces for that from, I can't remember the name of the company, but I have all of that, and I'm like, I don't want to get rid of all this. But I definitely thought about it for this list. It just didn't make my top 10.
Should be on this list.
Yeah. Actually, I also thought about Iberia as well, because that's my favorite historically themed game in the Pandemic system. So that's a good pick. I like it. My number 4 is a game that I probably would not have picked up unless I was actually in the UK where I picked it up. This is called Timeline British History. And
sounds horrible.
Only reason, actually, it's a very fun game.
I don't like history.
Well, that's true, but even people who don't like history, they don't mind this game because there's something to go on. You have some information to go on. Basically, all you're doing is you're trying to get rid of all of your cards, and in order to get rid of your card, you have to look at the timeline that's out there and take a guess on where your card fits into on your turn. You can only do 1 card per turn, where it fits into that timeline. And if you guess correctly, or if you know, whatever, you get to flip it over and you've gotten rid of one of your cards, and you're trying to get rid of your cards first. And I bought this at a game store in, I want to say Birmingham. No, not Birmingham. It was where the Robin Hood stuff is. Nottingham. In Nottingham. Sherwood. No. In Nottingham. And I played it with a bunch of Brits. And so here's a Yank over there in Britain playing British history timeline with a bunch of people from Britain. And I won! And I was like, in your faces! No, I really wasn't like that. But it was just funny. And it was a neat experience that I won't ever forget.
Sure.
And it's kind of like a souvenir that I bought over in Britain as well. But I don't think I'll ever get rid of it. It's my number 4 though. Timeline, British history.
Okay. This game I put in here just for the sheer amount of length I've had it, not because I don't play it anymore, because I still love this game and I still will play this game with anybody. But as far as nostalgia goes, this was a big one for me. And this was our main area control game for, not war game type, but area control game for a lot of years. And this is Small World. Small World is a fantastic game. Like I said, I couldn't put all games that I dislike on here that I still owned, because I don't really own that many anymore. But Small World's a great game. I have a lot of nostalgic, there's just a lot of nostalgia for this game, for all the different plays, all the different people I've played it with, all the different places I've played it. Small World's a great game. Yep. And I had to put it on this list just because of how much I like it and how much I know I'll never get rid of it. Yep. I got my cards and stuff for Small World when they came in the little blister packs, still for the expansions. Yeah. And they don't come like that anymore. Nope. But
no, that's cool. I was just over at Doug and Emily's house for New Year's Day, and I saw his copy on his shelves, and I asked him, how often do you play that still? And he was like, after my kids left, I hardly ever play it anymore, but I used to play it with them all the time. Sure. And so I'm pretty sure this is probably one of those games that would be a nostalgic keep for him as well. Yeah. But I'm the same way. It's like I just don't want to get rid of it. It's such, and the production level quality for when it came out was top notch, and it still kind of is great production level for even by today's standards.
Yep.
So Days of Wonder just knocks it out of the park as far as that's concerned. All right, my number 3 is really a kid's game. Base form, it's really a kid's game. And that's one of the reasons why I bought it in Essen and brought it back and played it with Aiden when he was a little kid, like kindergarten, first grade. And I found myself enjoying this kid's game, even though it was just a kid's game. It's called Ghost Fightin' Treasure Hunters. Now, this is by my second favorite artist. Well, it's not designed by him. The art is by my second favorite art, Piero Lalune. And that's another reason why I've kept it. But it's really the nostalgia of this is a game that I gave to Aiden when he was a little kid for Christmas one year. And it used to be one of his favorite games to play ever. And that's the nostalgia connection right there. But the one of the expansions that came out, now they've come out with a second edition that includes the expansion. So the expansion is really what kind of makes it a little bit more of a gamers type game, but it still has that kids game vibe going on with it. But Ghost Fightin' Treasure Hunters is one that will probably stay on my on my shelf for a while. That's my number 3.
Nice. So I had to look up this picture. I'm sorry, I was listening to you the whole time. I just wanted to make sure, because when I looked at my copy, let me give it back to my number here.
Okay, yep.
My number 3.
Yep.
Is Talisman 2nd Edition. 1983 edition. I believed, when I look back at my copy now, when I look at BGG and stuff like that, you can't even find anything on Talisman 1st Edition.
Wow.
I believe I owned Talisman. I know I owned Talisman 1st Edition, but I wanted to make sure, because when I got into the box, I actually opened up the box. Now, I've had Talisman since I was in middle school.
Yeah.
That was our game. That was the only board game we had to play. It was our Dungeons and Dragons board game. It was our everything board game.
Yeah.
The old edition, and that's why I was confused, because I haven't played it. I don't think I've played it in 20 years. Probably.
Wow.
Probably 15, 20 years. I don't think I've played Talisman. But the original board, the expansions all came as a little L-shaped corner piece that went on the board.
Yeah.
And I couldn't remember when I opened up my 2nd edition, the city board is an actual board. And the Timescape board is a round thing, which it always was. But I couldn't find the dungeon board, and I couldn't find the forest board, and I couldn't figure out why. And it's because it was in that other edition. So I don't know what I did with that 1st edition. So I don't know if I left it at my mom's house when I went to college or something like that. I don't know where that all happened, but
sounds like you need to go ransack your mama's
I've been there
attic.
plenty of times. But regardless, my number 3 is Talisman. Talisman, as far as it goes, there were a few games from when we were Talisman and Feudal, which was a chess-like game with a pegboard. There was just a couple of games that we played the living snot out of, and we played the living snot out of this game. We played and it's all the wear and tear and everything's all there. The stack of characters is this deep. You got the Timescape board is this round board where you can go into space basically, and some of your characters are like Space Marines and things like that. Yeah, I love Talisman. I will never ever get rid of this copy. You could not give me enough money. Well, maybe you could give me enough money for it.
Everybody's got their price.
Everybody's got a price, right? But I was trying to find the picture of Talisman 1st Edition because I couldn't remember what those boards looked like. I don't know why I tried to find it right here. I apologize for that.
No, you're good.
My number 3 is Talisman 2nd Edition. I still own it. I need to play it. I just need to put it on the table and play it.
I've only played it a couple of times, and I guess I just missed the boat.
Yeah.
Roll and move is one of my least favorite mechanisms.
Yeah, but we're talking about in the 80s.
I know, and I completely get that. That's back when it was a new mechanism.
Yep.
But it's not a new mechanism
The
anymore.
funny thing about Talisman, roll and move, whatever you want to say, it's still being sold.
No, I get it. No, I totally understand.
Still
Totally
being
understand
sold.
it.
So, anyways, There you go. Talisman.
Good pick for you.
Good pick for me.
All right, my number 2 is it's another. I played it with the designer at a convention thing, but the caveat with this one is that the designer saw me and my oldest son Michael looking at it, and he sat down and said, "Let me teach you how to play this."
Sure.
This wasn't like I set up the appointment or whatever, or the publisher set it up. This was nothing like that. We were just looking at the game, and it's one of the first times I got to interact. Richard Launius was the designer of it. He's a great, fun guy to play games with. His game designs are usually very Amerithrash, very much, and very fun. Yeah. But he saw me and my son wanting to play it, and he sat down and took time to teach us. And that was just a very cool thing for my son, and it was a cool thing for me. And it was just a very fun time. Run, fight, or die. Now, I have the second edition from Gray Fox Games.
Yep.
But I'm never going to get rid of it. Now, I used to have the original edition, which was honestly not as good looking as the second edition, and that's why I've kept the second edition by Gray Fox. And it's just a game that I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of, because there's that visceral, personal connection, and I really enjoy the game as well.
I didn't know this was that old. How old is it?
It's pretty
It's
pretty
a
old.
Cool game.
It's not that old. This was when Michael was, I want to say he was probably 13. So it's probably a good 10, 11, 12 years old. In that area, though.
Sure.
He's around the same age that Aiden is now. But very fun, very nostalgic. My number, what was it? 2. Run, Fight, or Die.
That's a good pick. That's such a cool game. I've only played it a couple of times, but the first time I played it was with him, and then I bought it. So
That's cool.
it's one of those. All right, my number 2. Like I said, my last 3 here, 1983 for Talisman Second Edition. I don't know when I had Talisman First Edition, but I thought I did. My number 2 is a game called Daytona 500. Daytona 500. I still have it. I still love it. Is
this where you can use the actual like Matchbox-sized cars? No?
No.
Okay.
Nope, you still have little cars. They're little plastic cars. You're around basically a Daytona track. This is the predecessor to Downforce. It's got a big track.
It does?
Yeah, it's got a huge track. You got to go around the corners. You smash people's gas. Everybody gets dealt a bunch of cards that has different levels of gas, sometimes only for one car and sometimes for 4 or 5 cars, to where if you're the blue car and you have a gas card that gives red 6 and you 4 and yellow 2 and green 1, you know, you have to play that, or you're going to play that out. You're trying to get your car down to the end. Half the time you think you're going to run out of gas before the last turn, and everybody else helps push you through. It's just a really cool card game. Like I said, it's the beginning of the Downforce era. I think there were probably 4 or 5 versions total. There was one before Downforce, and I can't remember what it was called. It was before my time. 3 versions after this, with Downforce being the third one of those. Okay. There's a whole series as these have changed and everything else. But I still have Downforce. You're just running your NASCAR cards around. You don't get a bet on other people's cars just to get a secondary or anything like that. You have to bid on your card, or you have to auction the cars off at the beginning, and then you have to have the most money after 3 races. But this is a fun old game, and I will never get rid of it. So
that's cool.
That is my number 2, Daytona 500.
Sweet. All right, my number 1 was taught to me, and I don't remember the gentleman's name, but he had his copy that he had purchased right after somebody taught it to him. And this one is called Pecunia Non Ole. This is
your number 1.
This is my number 1 nostalgic game, because it is very pleasantly referred to as the poop game.
Yeah,
and,
it is.
And it's not. It really doesn't have anything to do with poop, except for the fact that you're running a Roman era porta party.
That's right. Has
And-
everything to do with poop, by the way. Everything.
You have to provide a service for the people. And how long those people take up your spots in the latrine
Yeah.
is where this game rests. And it is one of those games that I have had so much fun teaching this game to people. The amount of poop jokes that get launched throughout the course of the game is staggering. And I've seen very prim and proper people devolve into sophomoric whatever every single time this game hits the table, and I love it. I love it. So I'm never getting rid of this game because I can always pull it out and say, let's play a poop game. And it's actually a poop game. It's not just like, wait for it to click and you got to catch the poop when it poop shoots. It's not one of those. Have you seen that?
No.
That's a real thing. You got to flush the thing and you got to catch the poop before it's gross. I don't like that one. But this is pretty fun. This is fun. I love it. Pecunia non ole, money doesn't stink. My number one nostalgia game. I love this game. It's so fun.
All right. Wow. That's all I got to say. All right. Well, my number one is my giant cheat for this whole list.
Giant cheat?
And yep, because that's who I am. I'm a giant cheat when it comes to these top tens. My number one is a slash. I put a slash in there, so that's a cheat. There's one cheat. But my
Guns N'
second part
Roses.
about it,
Guns N' Roses.
There you go. That's not a board game. We're not a game whatsoever.
That's the whole cheat about it.
Nope. My number one is Middle Earth role-playing game. Slash basic D&D. Original D&D.
Okay.
The basic beginning D&D. Both of those things. I own both. I own a bunch of stuff for both.
Like first edition?
Like before first edition.
Before first edition? How can
first
you
was
be
just
before first
basic
edition?
Well, it was basic.
Handwritten by Gary Gygax? Is
Yeah.
that what?
It was no. I think there was a version prior to basic. It's called basic D&D. It came in a little red box.
Not advanced Dungeons and
Then
Dragons.
advanced was the second one, and then second edition, and blah 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 blah. But I still have all my basic stuff, and I still have all my Middle Earth role-playing game stuff, and that really was the one that brought me here. As far as nostalgia goes, Middle Earth role-playing game, I was huge into Lord of the Rings back in high school, and back in those days, and being able to play in that world. I haven't played Middle Earth role-playing game since, I don't think I played it since 92, 93 maybe, 94, I don't know. But I still have all of my stuff, and I'd love to play it again, honestly. And maybe someday I'll get to do that. But Middle Earth role-playing game is really cool, being able to play in the world of the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
It was something special back then, and it's something I will never, ever get rid of. So,
Yep.
all poop jokes set aside, this one's extremely
Hey, people in Middle Earth
nostalgic
got to
for
poop
me.
too.
That's right, they do.
I'm just saying, maybe we need a Lord of the Rings themed Pecunia non ole. That's where it's at, people. Y'all over at Fantasy Flight need to get on that.
Except for orc poop does stink. Doesn't matter what you say. Orc money
I
does
think
too.
orcs period stink.
But anyways, that's my number one. I know it's a cheat, but Middle Earth role-playing game, MERP is what we called it. It's fantastic. So that's my number one nostalgic game.
MERP is just one letter away from burp. I want to
That's
say
right.
that. All right, well, that is our top 5 games that we've kept around for nostalgic reasons because we just can't seem to get rid of them.
Yep.
Let us know in the comments what games you keep around for nostalgic reasons. Which ones have we missed that you think we should maybe even go and check out?
That's right.
And then give us a like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon. We'll let you know when we have more videos coming out for your perusal. Thanks for being here. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Take care.
And if you like any of these games, this video or the other video, you're pretty cool.
Of course you are.